With the Kamperman drilling that we just completed, we were drilling there for two reasons. One was to effectively increase the amount of area that we have infill to a 20 by 20 meter pattern. And the other was to actually test some theories around the orientation of high-grade gold structures that actually are quite prevalent at Kamperman. So we did drill one line of drilling. There were 7 holes to increase that area 20 by 20. And what was impressive about that is it's continued to reveal further of these stacked lodes that are quite steeply dipping to the west. And some of those lodes are actually sitting outside of the open pit interpreted shells that we actually have for Kamperman. So there's more growth for us to come there. The other holes were actual infill tests, again, testing to see if we could extend these westerly dipping structures. And the majority of those infill tests were also successful. So that Kamperman program, whilst there were some high grade results like 9 meters at 5 grams, etc., etc., it was more about what we were actually testing, and we were testing for these repeat stacked loads, and we successfully intersected them. So it was a great program from our perspective. Prior to that RC program, early in January, we mobilised an aircore rig and we did over 300 holes of aircore. We were testing a number of areas. One was lines of drilling next to a prospect called Empire Rose, which is effectively northwest of Kamperman. We did 2 lines of drilling there last year, and we finalised that line, or a third line there early this year. Revealed a number of anomalisms there with that aircore next to Empire Rose. And then another area that we were testing was central to our phasal tenement package around an area which we're terming the central phasal anticline. So that anticline is a geological feature. We've also observed some cross-cutting structures from magnetics. So it's an area of high strain, an area which should potentially be quite prospective. We did 6 lines of aircore drilling through there and got several gold anomalisms as well, which we'll also be following up with our next round of RC. Encouragingly, in that central Fayetteville area, there are 2 lines of drilling which were 300 meters apart, and we tagged mineralization in both of them associated with a structure that we've also observed with magnetics, which potentially could lead to us actually having another target there which has over 300 meters of strike just from that original aircore drilling. So we're quite excited about following that up as well. So that was a successful aircore program both at Empire Rose and in that central Fayetteville tenement, central Fayetteville anticline area. With the pre-feasibility, we are on track to deliver that by the end of this month. So there's only a couple more weeks of work for us to do. We have completed all the detailed designs. We are finalising the schedules. We're running different versions through our financial model, and then we'll actually hit the ground with all the report writing over the next couple of weeks so that we can push out our pre-fees by the end of June. These results in relation to Kamperman are actually more important as we move from the pre-fees to the DFS. So none of this drilling that we've done will actually impact the pre-fees, but it certainly does open some additional opportunities for us when we move from the pre-fees to a DFS, which we will target in the June quarter of 2026. So we're certainly looking forward to pushing out our pre-fees results. The gold price remains incredibly strong. We are going to be targeting a project which will be mining for between 10 and 15 years and expect to be producing significantly more gold than we had in our scoping study, which we released in September of 2023.